Um, so Twitch, we were going to talk about that a little bit. A lot of things happened with Twitch this week, actually.
Yeah, one that I didn't even put down that I forgot to put down.
I mean, so we can start off the funny one.
Yeah.
There was a XQC and Ninja battle on Twitter, and they were arguing about a bunch of stuff, and then Alinity, if you know who Alinity is, she joined in to kind of like instigate. She tried to instigate the argument and kind of like keep it going, and Ninja just popped off on her. Essentially, someone was like, "Oh, cool, XQC versus Ninja battle, like 1v1," and XQC or Alinity was like, "Oh, XQC's got this in the bag, easy." And Ninja just goes, "Hey, don't you have a cat to abuse somewhere?" And literally, the entire internet froze and just like went off on Alinity at that point.
Oh,
It's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny.
Jeez. That's
that leads in
brutal.
I wanted to give the fun part because that leads into the next part, which isn't as fun. He deleted that tweet because he said, in his own words, not his own words, I'm gonna paraphrase. He was like, I shouldn't have said it. It's just like, what's the word? Propagating a online like bullying type of culture that we can't have.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in response to the other part that is very sad and very upsetting. It got me like hard yesterday. I was just like, I was thinking about it all day, and I was like, damn, that like really sucks, especially how kind of personal it is to you and I. But if you want to talk on it, because you're more into that scene than I am at the same time.
So, which part are you talking about? I want to make sure, because we have multiple parts here now.
Wreckful for sure.
I thought we were going to go straight to Dr. Disrespect, but okay, Wreckful it is.
No. He'll be last, so we can close it out.
Something
nicely,
funny.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Wreckful was a World of Warcraft competitive player and Twitch streamer. For many, many years. I think he won BlizzCon a few times.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. There's too many stats to look at for that. Anyway, a couple days ago, he did commit suicide. Or supposedly committed suicide. They found him dead, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know the cause. I don't know very much about it. I haven't done too much research because I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
Just personal issues with that.
From what I can say or what I've seen, a lot of it was he had a kind of a mental health issue with depression and things of the sort.
It did seem like that, yes.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know if it was in response to this, but I saw a couple videos of like basically him talking about it in his chat, or just people on Twitch, not even his chat, because I imagine his own personal chat on his channel were probably sincere and nice, but people just from the internet on Twitch just like giving hate comments like kill yourself and like just all this shit, just being negative. And like in the video he was like, he had to like take a second. He was like, you guys like understand how this affects me. Like he was like, this, he started like tearing up and shit and was just like this isn't nice. Like you can't do this type of shit to people because though you're gonna hurt them. And they just kept going and stuff like that. I don't know if it was directly related to that instance, but I imagine
it was a factor.
If it happened to where someone could record it and get it like that, I imagine that wasn't the first or last time.
Yes.
So
a lot of issues like those are going on now, or popping up is probably the better word, with streamers and Twitch and such. Like, there's so much
Yeah.
going on with that right now.
And that's why I was saying, like, that's why had stated that he removed that comment.
Yes.
Because it doesn't
I can respect him
provide the
for
right stigma.
for admitting he shouldn't have done it and taking it down. I can respect him for that.
Even though it was funny as hell. But
Even if it was, it may not have been the nicest thing to do. So
for sure. Yeah.
So there's also
but, like,
what's up?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, that's a big scene for me and you, a lot of people, and that I know personally. It's like the gaming scene, and it's always propagated that like gaming causes violence and blah 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 blah. And really, like, that's not the case. It's just these, like, you see events like this where the anonymity of the internet makes you forget that, like, we're all people, and that you shouldn't be hateful to one another. And I don't know. It's just
It's still.
I think it's up to the bigger streamers to do kind of what Ninja did and just not set up that stigma for the, like, industry. You know?
Yeah, it's not the video games that are making people violent or doing things. It's other people making people doing these things.
Yeah.
Having abusive, like, comments and stuff. While some people don't get affected by it, there are plenty that do. Or even then,
I almost guarantee, though, that 100% of people get affected by it, whether they show it or not, is the issue.
I was gonna say, even the people that don't seem to, it's probably after a while it does even get them. So it's everyone, and it's not cool. It's, I don't know. I agree with your thing about the anonymity.
And yeah, that's
whatever
a hard
that.
one. I had to take a second.
So,
yeah, I don't know. It's just,
and then
the other half of that is, if you are feeling depressed or alone, like, just remember you're not. Like, there's so many people out there that could talk to you, and there's even better, there are trained professionals that can talk to you, and there's always help.
Yes,
that's all I want to say about that.
There's always help. However you want to reach people, just reach. Someone will take your hand and help you out.
True. And
Even
personally, I think you and I both would be open to talking to people. I mean, obviously we can't, like, we're not trained in that, but, you know, if you need ears, I'm here for sure.
Of course, if you want to make a comment, if you want to if you wanted to send a direct message on social media or something,
Yep.
one of us will reply to you and we'll talk to you.
Yeah. You and I have dealt with this in our own personal lives, so it's just like, that's something that we both kind of see eye to eye on.
Yes.
And yeah, well,
Speaking of the
that's
other
all I have for
side,
that.
yeah. Speaking of the other side, streamers.
Yeah, the fun part. Well, the kind of funner part.
Well, I wasn't even going to talk about Dr. Disrespect yet. There was another thing that I didn't put down just yet. That's still kind of sad.
Yeah. What's up?
So, the other side of things, streamers and some of them being kind of messed up in the head themselves in certain ways. Oh. You back?
Mm-hmm.
How much of that did you hear?
I didn't hear any of it. Discord messed up.
Of course it did. I was going to say the other side of things with streamers and them being kind of messed up in the head themselves. There was the online, or not online, the offline TV incident. I don't know how much you know about them.
I don't know about that at all. I don't think.
Do you know about offline TV?
No, I'm going to look it up. I might. It's not clicking.
Pokimane.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know the situation. I know of that, though. The channel and
everything. Pokemon and all the streamers and everyone that does that with her and the whole bit. Yes. One of them was not exactly truthful, very good with women,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's just a whole. That's a big issue on its own.
That is a big issue on its own. I'm not going to say much more than that because I don't want to, and I don't want to.
For sure. Yeah.
But yeah,
That's,
no,
all I can say is like that shouldn't ever happen, and that sucks a lot.
yes.
And hopefully things are corrected.
Apparently,
That's
he's
the
been
easiest way to say that.
the only thing that I'll say.
Well, hopefully things become corrected, I should say.
The only thing I can say at the moment about what happened is that he is no longer with that offline TV. He is permanently kicked out of the group and the house.
That's
and from what I have heard,
At
he
least.
is seeking help for his mental state.
Interesting.
To try to better himself is probably the best word for it. Correct the mistakes.
Got you. Well, I
Now
have
onto the
look more
fun-
into it.
Yeah,
Personally,
there's a lot of stuff.
For
I
sure.
made it extremely vague on purpose.
Yeah, for sure. No, I that's appreciated.
Now on to the fun part. Dr. Disrespect permabanned on Twitch.
And why? No one knows.
No one knows. There's so much speculation.
Literally.
There's speculation about he was doing something illegal, got like put in jail, and then Twitch and everyone just like jumped away. There's stuff about him going to another streaming service, but that's not been confirmed. There's
Yeah,
so
that's
much.
the biggest one that I was hearing was that he was trying to poach streamers from Twitch to go to this brand new service, and he was getting paid for it. But like you said, not confirmed. No one really knows the details at all.
So, and off to that idea, what I was hearing was he was moving to this new service, and as part of like a break from his deal with Twitch, he was supposed to do this giant grand last stream, and since he cut it off, that's why the permaban went on, and the sponsorships and everyone just like yeeted out the window for like a week or so until they re-signed him.
interesting.
So, did you see the clip about like his last stream that was actually seen?
I saw the one where he was like doing a video, like he was watching videos or something, and like he got a text and like looked at his phone, and like then he got like his mood changed and like all this stuff.
We'll get through this,
Like-
guys. Shit.
It looked weird.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
weird.
It was strange.
I think that was the exact clip. But yes, he was looking off to the side, and he was like, it looked like he was looking at his phone. He was
was
saying,
just
"We'll
like-
get through it, guys," and then like shit, and then it just dropped.
Yeah, it was weird. It was probably the most strange thing I've seen come out of Twitch like that.
Twitch is an interesting minefield right now.
Yeah.
It's probably the best way to put it.
They always have issues though.
They always have
like-
issues, but like it seems even worse now.
The whole, I mean, like I don't know, dude. People in power have issues. I think is the issue. Is the issue. Like
Well, that's always the
whole
issue.
Mixer thing. The whole Mixer thing was like the CEO during like a meeting was talking about how like the streamers are their slaves, and like he's
Oh,
like a slave
yeah.
master or some shit like that.
That was so
Yeah.
like what in the world? Yes.
Yeah.
And
And so
now-
that came out, and then they just shut down like
They
a week
shut
later instead
down-
of responding to it.
And partnered with they are partnered or sponsored Facebook Gaming, which will
Yeah,
be
they
which is
merged essentially.
yes, and then but Ninja and Shroud both did not accept a new contract with Facebook Gaming, so I don't even know what they're streaming on right now.
Well, that was part of the whole other conspiracy was that Shroud, Ninja, and Disrespect were going to a new platform, like a brand new thing.
Interesting.
But I could not even begin to fathom who has that kind of money to put them on like that.
To put all three absolutely massive streamers on like that, especially when they turned down double what they got for going to Mixer. They turned that down. Like, that's millions upon millions of dollars. Who has that type of money?
Well, I mean, I would turn that down too if I was going to Facebook, though. That's just another failed streaming platform, unfortunately. Like, it's okay, but I don't know. We'll see. If Mixer can implement their infrastructure into Facebook, I think it would be kind of good. It might actually rival Twitch, but I don't know how they're gonna do that.
It's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, so like the only ones in the game now are like Twitch, YouTube, as always, has been very good, or relatively good. And then I guess Facebook Gaming.
At this point,
is the three, and I don't even like sitting there looking
People are
at
gonna start streaming on Daily Mail.
On what?
Daily Mail or what is it?
Daily Motion
Daily Video. Daily Motion. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's Daily Motion.
They're all different. I think those all three exist, but I got them all wrong. So
I think you did. I don't even know what.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, we're just gonna like start streaming on like this random small ass platform.
Pornhub Live, bro. I'm just saying. There's no limits on content there.
Oh, no, there isn't. That would be...
Well, with that being said.
With that being said, no, we're not streaming on there. We just haven't figured out what we're streaming on yet. Because everywhere kind of seems icky.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
it's going to be YouTube. I mean, for sure. At least
probably.
for me, personally. But
it probably will be YouTube.
Oh, cool. I think that's all we have. Reaching that limit. So, you have anything else to say? Closing statements, arguments?
Stay safe. Have fun in 4th of July. Shoot some fireworks if you can. And be patriotic as fuck.
And talk to people if you need to.
Talk to people if you need
See
to.
you guys.
Don't close yourself in. Yes. Bye-bye.
You ever feel like giving up on something? Tried about a dozen times and can't come up with nothing? Thinking, what the fuck is up with this? I must have sucked or something.